Hi everyone, in this video I will be showing you the process of me making this panel for my miraculous box that I'm making. So start um, with the outside. Now that's the piece I had already done, obviously. I've been working on this for a little while now, so I'm trying to be able to finish it and everything. It's just some parts of this are very repetitive, and I don't always have motivation to do repetitive tasks. So, and this part is like, ugh, I want to get it over with. This part of it, because this is one of the boring parts of making the design, which is the outline and everything. So my canvas I was using was 28 by 28. Or the reference image was 28 by 28. The canvas I'm working on is 38 by 38. So I had to like change a couple things. It's not exactly like the photo reference that you saw at the beginning of the video. But it's close enough. Close enough. It's supposed to be the Cat Noir's paw print for the Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. So here I am just putting the first outline together here, and this part's kind of boring, I'll admit, but it's even more boring when you're doing it in real time. It takes a few hours, and you know, I have to be motivated enough to complete it, and this part is boring, so it's a little bit challenging. And so I did two so this row I did two around it, two just solid blue squares, as like a frame for the end result. So that is me doing the first little bit of it. And some of these I had to stop recording because either someone was over and I didn't want to be rude, or my phone died. So, because it's hot and I'm doing this outside, obviously. So, yeah, here I am and then I do that times 2. Now I did what I just did, again, times 2. So, and I think, based on the image, 11 in is where it changes a little bit, on the row above it. So, I do a single stitch on the row above it to remind me when I'm doing the next row, that's where it changes colors, kind of thing. So, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. But anyway, so I think, did I already do one here? It's hard to tell. Yeah, I did. Okay, so the one stitch that's above is where I'm going to start a new color in that row from that point on. And then I do another one because this is going to end up being a circle, so I have to do, let's say, pixelated circle. So I did that where the middle of the circle will be, the edges of the circle. It's hard to explain, but it'll make more sense as the piece comes together. It just doesn't look like I'm making much of a dent right now, which is probably why it took so long. But anyway, and the day I'm filming this, or doing the voiceover for it, I completed this project. So it is May, what's my watch say? 15th. May 15th. And fun fact, the watch I'm wearing here is, it died a few days ago. So the next few videos I make with a time lapse, well, ones I make after this point, will have a different watch. Now, as you saw, I changed the direction of where it was filming, and then decided, okay, you know, I'm going to do the rest inside. It was getting darker out, so decided I was going to do the rest inside here. And while I'm sitting down, so, I mean, I was sitting down the other time, but like, well, with my legs up kind of thing, where I'm chilling. and everything. So this is me putting it together, and I'm just filling up the outside, like the frame. As you can see, it's starting to come together as a pixelated circle. So hopefully you understood what I was saying earlier. And this is, I'm putting the needle over there so that I don't lose it. And I had to get up to go to the washroom, so I think I just put that there. Or no, I didn't. I think I had to get the phone out to reference. Anyway, so this is, oh, now I'm changing to a new color. Now I went to the washroom, so I'm changing to a new color, which will be the circle. We'll just do one row kind of around the whole thing. Now, I didn't film every single part of this because a lot of it is very repetitive, and it's hard to keep the canvas in shot of the camera because I'm using a phone tripod with my phone at like bird's eye view angle kind of thing. So it's above me. My camera's above me, so, and I don't have someone else to monitor and say, oh yeah, you're off camera now. So, that is what I'm doing. So, anyway, so here I am just completing this circle here. And I forgot there was a white outline circle there, so, anyway, and, there's not much going on here. I'm just outlining it, and I guess I'm doing it in reverse, from the last time. So I went one way, like, was it one way I went clockwise, one way I went counterclockwise. So, but here I am doing this panel here. I really hope this looks good in the end result. I was, seeing what it would look like together because it's like attached, sort of attached, not completely, but anyway, I think I did mismeasure some of the squares, so I'm gonna have to figure out how the heck I'm going to attach them, because either it's going to look like it's bursting at the seams, or I'm gonna have to add something. I don't know what I'm doing with that. So, oopsie. But whatever. Originally, this was gonna be like a purse, but now I'm like, yeah, that was a dumb idea. Like that's not gonna work. Like I was gonna like put keychain rings on like the sides of it, and then clip like a string or whatever, and make it like a purse or whatever. And that's why the top one has a flap open, because I would need to get into the purse. However, I just don't have any way to clip it. I was gonna think, okay, I'm gonna figure that out later, but I don't know. Maybe I use a button. Maybe I go ahead and use a button for the top of it. I might do the ladybug's image, and then maybe one of the spots is a button to attach the front of the top of the box to the side of the box so it closes. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point yet. So just doing the sides here, and then lacking motivation here. Putting this around there. And then I get to a point where I did just do photos because it was too hard to keep the canvas on camera. So after this one, there's a couple photos, and then I go back to the time lapse of me creating the piece, essentially. So that is how it's going here. So yeah, I had much more paint on my nails back then. When I started this, my thumbnail paint has chipped off a little bit more since I started that project. I've noticed. Okay, so I was listening to music, taking some breaks because it was just getting a bit boring for me. But, you got to get through the boring parts before you get to the fun parts with some art pieces, so... And as you can see, it kept getting caught on the corner of the thing, which, oh my gosh, so annoying. I don't know how many times it wanted to get caught on the corner. And it's like, just stop it already. Stop getting caught on the corner. Here, I think I'm almost done with the white circle. which probably took me about 3 hours. Because, again, lacking the motivation to keep on going with this art project. So, here it is with the black circle around it. And then I'm adding the paw print. And again, I had to kind of change the paw print a little bit because the canvas I'm working on is bigger than my reference image. So, I end up doing it this way. But at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to start looking like a fist instead of a paw print? I really hope the end result does look like a paw print and not like a fist, like a hand-drawn fist or something like that. So here I am just piecing everything together, and yeah, I did change the paw print design here than what the reference image that you saw at the beginning of the video was, or that you can vaguely see on my computer, or my phone, my old phone there. So, I'm sorry that some of this is off screen, but again, that's why I didn't film the entire thing in a time lapse. So, but anyway, here it is, and I'm making lines to, that's like my stopping point kind of thing, where I'm going to do something different there, and then I'm adding to what's going next there. So, yeah. And then a lot of the time, if I'm like, okay, well, I need to get back to this point, I'll do like single stitch, and then go back so that I'm at the same point when I need to go to the next row. So I do the X cross stitching, so I'll do like half of the X kind of thing when I say, half of it, and then, come back so that it's lined up in the right spot. I don't know if I'm describing that good enough. Oh well, it's better if I'm like, if I were doing this in real time to describe what I'm doing, but this takes too long to do. If I'm doing it in real time, that would be a very, very, very long video to do in real time. So this is a 15-minute video, and there's like 3 time lapses in it. So here it is, and I just ran out, and there's like 4 stitches left to make, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 4 or 5 stitches left, and I run out of thread. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's annoying. So here I am, just tying off the end there, and then grabbing my green thread, and trying to untangle, I think I grabbed the first time I grabbed like some of the thread, it got tangled and took me a while, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna go with the other one. I'm not bothering untying this. So I went with the other, like the rest of the thread, it was just getting too knotted. So I did that, and now I'm going on with the toe beans. Now, does it look like a fist? I really hope it doesn't, and it looks like a paw print. And I should have made the toe bean that I'm working on right now, like, have a little more of a bump at the top. Like, it should have been a little more, how do I describe it? The shorter edge of it should have been a lot shorter, if that makes sense. It should have been more triangular shaped than half semicircle, is what I'm trying to say, if that makes any sense. But anyway, it's too late now to fix it. I didn't have a whole lot of green thread to start off with, so if I had a little more, I'd probably go over top of the black to make it better, but I didn't have a whole lot of this green thread, and I also want to do Carapace's logo, so I probably should have done Carapace's before I did Cat Noir, but, whatever. So, oops, I guess I'm gonna have to get more green thread. And this is like, I think embroidery thread, or, the thread you use for, like, making bracelets as a kid. Like, the braiding thread, is what I'm using. So, in case you were curious on what thread. And then the blue in the background color, the lighter blue there, and the white is from a different thing. a different set of yarn. All right, let's see if I still have the packaging on me. All right, what kind of yarn was it? The blue and the white are from the brand Knit It yarn, and it's little mini yarn spools. And that's how I completed this panel on my miraculous box I made. Hope you enjoyed my video.